Hello, friends. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. How are you guys today? MakerBug just gave me a shout out. Cool. Thanks, MakerBug. I should count down from 5. Just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, look, I have little lights. I don't know if you can see them. People will just be like, So, they probably don't even look like anything, right? A little bit. A little bit. You can see them. I also got... Hey, Pineapple Matt. How's it going, friend? I got you. What, right here? Right there? Or, how about, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? How about right here? Bam! Now I really got you on the screen. Oh, there's something in my eye. It's your finger. So I got a hydrate cup. It's prettier in real life, I swear. It looks like a fancy Starbucks one. It was $6 at Walmart. This is not fancy. How many Starbucks people did I fight for? Exactly, all of them. I beat up everyone. Because, yes. I fought 10,000 people for that. So how's it going, everybody? How's your week been going? Lisa, if you want one, go to Walmart. Maybe Tesco's has it. Holy schmoly. Hi, everybody. Hi, MakerBug. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Hi, new friends. Hi, guys. Just started up here. Just talking about my new not Starbucks cup that I got. Thank you for the raid, MakerBug. How's everybody doing? What were you doing on stream today? Making cool stuff? Making bugs? We were talking about how I fought off all the people at Starbucks. Thank you for all the new follows, guys. How's it going? My name's Busta. I'm fairly new at streaming, so I think this is like my second raid. I do all kinds of crafty things. I'm currently bedazzling Funko Pop figures. I also do perler bead work, a la this. I also crochet. I do needlework things sometimes. Every once in a while I'll do some Lego stuff. I made a giant Eevee out of Legos recently, and pretty soon I'm gonna start working on the Lego Home Alone house for Christmas. It's got 4,000 pieces, so well, here, let's switch over and I can show you a little bit more what I do. So here's what we're working on right now. My camera got reset for some reason, so all my settings are all wacky right now. But here's what we're working on now. We finished this guy recently. We've got, oh, I'm knocking stuff over. Got this one, we did Horsey. And I have done Fuzzy Lumpkins. Why are my colors all wacky? But yeah, so right now I'm working on Alice. Let me fuss with this a little bit. It looks crazy. I'm not really sure why my camera got all crazy, but you know. We just luck out like that, I guess, huh? Oh, that's probably why. My white balance got offset. I had to unplug things yesterday. So, I don't know why it looks like garbage. I apologize. These are fantastic. Thank you, Bowhead. How long did it take me? Alice, I've been working on for... I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. Hi, Spat. Why are my settings... Oh, goodness. That's really bad. I don't know why my settings are all crazy. Sorry, guys. Not usually this, like, manic here. That's alright, I guess. So Alice, I've been working on for a week, only on stream, with the exception of the glitter. I did the glitter off stream. It's been a wild Wednesday. Yeah, I had to rearrange a few things yesterday, and so apparently it's, you know, why would we want our cameras to work right? I wonder if I take this filter off, if it would just look better. Fine, we'll just go with that. That looks okay. It's not very bright, but... So, yeah, it's been probably 10 hours or so. So I'm gonna try and finish up her hair here today. Or at least get a dent in it. And then after this, I also have the Queen to do. So then I'll have a whole Alice set. Oh, look at my glitter's coming off. I need to figure out a better glue for the glitter. I used cheap glue. So I have expensive, you know, $9 glue. So I used my cheap glue on this one. And that's why the glitter keeps coming off. So I used the expensive glue on the glitter here, so I think I'm going to keep doing that. Because this stuff seems really solid. Like under her skirt and stuff. So yeah, that's what we're doing here today. So I see lots of bowhead makes and other such makers. What all do you guys make? Love making and crafting and little tedious things. Beacon 3-in-1 glue. No, I have not. It's probably similar to this, right? 3-in-1. I'll have to look at it. See what it's like. Because now this works a lot better than the stuff I was using before. So Horsey was my first one that I did. Obviously, I picked him because he's only 3 colors. A couple of them came off, but not bad. Actually, I think it's just the one. And then I used glitter. I feel like my light is not right or something. So I used glitter here, and then the glue is just not... See, look, there's still pieces falling off. So this was the second one I did. And I'm like losing all kinds of gems. I just haven't gotten to doing them again. So I decided to start using a new glue, which is this Beacon Gem Tack, for this guy, and I have not lost any yet. However, I used my cheap glue, which is this garbage, for the glitter, and apparently it came off. So I'm going to oh, look, more pieces. Good grief. Okay, well, I'll have to fix him later tonight with my good glue. So then with Alice, I used the good glue because you know, that's the way to do it, I guess. So, ooh, wait, somebody's making soup. Who's making soup? You crochet and knit a good bit. Right now I'm making an army of tiny felt mice to be used as ornaments. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cute and wonderful. I love that. And then let's see what else we got. We got soup being made. We got weaving projects. Oh yes, weaving is really cool. I do not know how to weave. We got paint and scrapbooking and trading cards. Oh, that's cool. What a cool idea. Yeah, so this gem glue is really great. It looks and smells like just white school glue, but it gets really sticky. So as it dries, it gets super, super like sticky. So even when it looks like it's already dried a bit, you can still stick stuff to it. You make all sorts of things. Nothing is off the table for me. I understand that. I am pretty similar to that. I have dabbled in most, if not all, things. Knitting makes 0 sense to me. Nope, can't do it. Crocheting, I have things like this. Actually, I have crocheted recently. I made a doll for my mod Jesley's little child over the summer, and that was really fun. What else do I do? I don't know. Try anything. Oh, Lisa, that's awesome. Do you like it? Do you like the design? Is it a good design? I'm also a crazy cat lady. I have a tattoo of my cat on my hand. Yes, my Instagram is Lucky Pineapple. There we go. Yep. Awesome. I can't wait to see Lisa. Come on. So, look at me being the pro streamer. I forgot to pull out the... Oh, wow. The glue came right out right away. Awesome. Thank you, MakerBug. If you want to drop your links or whatever, if Jesley or Lisa, you can, Lisa, if you type !permit and then put MakerBug after it, you can allow MakerBug to share their links. Thanks so much for the raid, Maker Bug. I look forward to... Oh, what the... Maybe it's allow. Is it allow? It's exclamation mark allow. I think. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. I know how to do things. Everybody go follow Maker Bug. Follow on Twitch. Follow on Instagram. Follow everywhere. Follow them to the grocery store. No, don't do that. Don't follow to the grocery store. No. That's not a good idea. But follow them on the internet. That's where we want to follow people. Figured it out. Woohoo. Yeah, you know, I have like 4 commands and I can barely even like understand those. Jesley, I don't think you've seen it yet. Do exclamation mark goat. So I have this condition. It's like a dissociative, like anxiety, disorder type thing. And did it go? I didn't see it. Basically, if I get startled, or it's when I get startled, my legs like go out, like it's called cataplexy, where like your legs stop working. And the easiest way I can explain it is to people that don't understand is, you know those fainting goats? The goats that just like fall over when they get scared? Yeah, it's kind of like that. So now we have this like running joke that I'm a fainting goat. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And some people here in chat have actually seen it happen to me in real life. So 0 out of 10 would not recommend being a fainting goat. I need to get on Casey about making me that emote too. Except not this week, because Heartsport is very busy this week with giving, or Give Miss. I was gonna say Giving Tuesday. It's Wednesday today. Yeah, so Josley, the other ones I have are Gasp, Goat, OMFG, and UGG people. those are my alerts, or my commands. Wow, that was a really loud truck that just drove by. So tonight, I think I might be redesigning my stream layout, which is cool and also annoying and horrible. Because I need to get a good setup for 3 cameras. Awesome, I can't wait to see. You should do it, Maker. So, okay. I would love to be able to do it with like crystals, you know, like Swarovskis. But they're so expensive. So I was like, well, you know, I can just do it with like rhinestones for now to get good at it, and then, you know, if I get really good and maybe can sell a couple or whatever, then I could get some actual crystals and do it. So honestly, these aren't even rhinestones. They're diamond painting dots. They are literally diamond dots. So, By all means, friend, it's fun. If you like tedious stuff, I love placing these. It's so much fun. Yeah, local craft store sells the diamond painting dots individually. Exactly. Yeah, and half the time they've got the Funko Pop Figs too. Yeah, so I've got. I'll take mine in the store and just go and like, oh, well, that's pretty close. Yeah, that's a good one, and just get whichever ones I want. I mean, they're like $2-3 each for like thousands of them. Yeah, unlike crystals, glass crystals, which are like, well, if you buy them at the craft store, uh, they're like $6 or $7 for like 10 to 20 gems, which is insane since this little pot of them was $3, and there is 2,000 plus in here. They're like, we can't be bothered to count. You'll get about 2,000, maybe you'll get a couple more. So if you buy the actual like crystals in bulk, it costs a lot less, but they're still super expensive. And honestly, like, these look good. And I mean, it's good for like learning. I mean, I haven't perfected it yet. And there's a certain way you have to, obviously I've got, gems coming off from using cruddy glue and all different things like that. So I mean, I'm still learning, and there's a certain way to like lay them out on the surface to make sure they look right, or not just muddled and stuff, which I'm still learning. But and then for like the small parts, I just glitter them. Like his hands. I figure if I make them all lumpy, they're gonna look crazy. And his eyeballs and the inside of his mouth, and on his little deedly bopper things here. So I just use glitter. And then with this one, I used glitter so it looks like he's still phasing out. And then I did his feet and inside of his ears as glitter. And then I didn't want Alice to look, all lumpy. So I decided to get, there's like this sand, like fleshy color. And then her petticoat and stuff are all glitter. Thank you, Carter Psych. I appreciate it. What size? That's a great question, Mama Dean. I don't know, but they say not suitable for children under 3 due to small parts. You think? That's like when your chocolate covered almonds say contains almonds. It's like, well, I would hope so. Let me see if I can measure them. These are just the typical like diamond dots, whatever size that is. 3mm, I think. Looks like it. Maybe. I think they're 3mm. Okay, so MakerBug. See how the glue is actually like already drying quite a bit? Like, you can see like up here where it's not white anymore. It'll still stick real good. See? So, I mean, it's on there good. It's pretty nice. I really like this glue. So, I guess I'll just have to splurge for it a little bit more when, for the glittering. The only thing I don't like about it is it's white, which is nice, but also not nice because I like it because I can see it, obviously. But I don't like it because before it's dry, it looks very white and gross underneath. Tiny humans eating the whole kitchen. Yeah, she does that. I'm not surprised. That small child is a little monster. A cute one. A nice one. A good little monster, but a little monster nonetheless. I like how Jesley said BRB and now we're like all talking to her like, yeah, hey. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it, like right there. It looks all yucky because it's all white because the glue hasn't dried yet. So I don't love that about it, but I mean, then it dries and it looks great, so. So here's a good question for chatteronies, all you friendos. I can either, after we're done with Alice. Oh, thanks, Rohini. Hi. It's shinier, not on camera. You have to head out to Nanny. Thanks, Maker Bug. I appreciate you bringing all your friends to hang out. Have fun nannying. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you, friend. My nail police, I didn't even realize you said that, Rohini. If I shine my flashlight on it. Okay, Carter. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. Oh, wow. Nope. No. Just blow out the light. Yeah, it's holographic, shiny stuff. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, anyway, so what I was should I when I finish? I was like, what was I saying? Should I when I finish Alice? Should I start on the Queen of Hearts or do the whole Queen of Hearts, or should I start on the Lego Home Alone house? Because I obviously want to do that in December, and guys, there's a lot of parts. A lot of parts. There are a lot of pieces. So I can't decide if I should just... Come on. I need to re-wax this. If I should... Or how long it's going to take. I can't. Home Alone house? Okay. Because obviously tomorrow's December. How is it December already tomorrow? And so I had it planned out that I think it'll take like... I figured out to be like an 8-hour project or so. And that's without, you know, jabbering and getting distracted and stuff. So if I stream for 2 hours, that's, you know, 4 streams, 5 streams maybe. So like theoretically I could make it in, you know, a week of streaming, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe. And I don't want to, like... I kind of want to stretch it out a little bit. I don't know. I can't decide. I guess it just depends on how the build starts or how it goes. So I don't know if I should do it closer to like Christmas, since, you know, it's a Christmas Lego, or if I should just start it like now because I want to. Because, I mean, I've got all of Alice's hair to do. Which, you know, I'll get quite a bit done today. And then tomorrow, I guess. But Friday, we might have time to start on either the Home Alone house or start doing another, you know, do the Queen of Hearts. So I could start on the Queen and then take a break and do the Legos. Yes, I say Legos. I'm sorry. You'll have to sue me. It's not... I know that technically the plural of Legos is Lego. Fine. I was gonna take... Yeah, well, see, that's what I was thinking is... That's just off of my initial, like, oh, I think that's about what it'll take. Because I was kind of just thinking about how long it took me to do my Hogwarts house and versus each piece. So I think it might be like roughly an 8-hour project, but I don't know. I also have to redo my stream setup, so like, I mean, I don't think I'll be done with Alice today, because obviously there's still quite a bit more to do, but, I don't know. I'm not good at making decisions, guys. I don't like to think. Thinking is not my favorite thing to do. And that's why I like doing tedious crafts like this, because then I don't have to think about anything other than this one gem. One gem at a time. That's all I have to think about. And honestly, that's kind of just why I always am crafting and doing stuff like this, because I don't want to think about things. If life was only one gem at a time, I know. I wish. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Man, I feel like you guys can hear the traffic outside. Some super loud truck just drove by, and I feel like you guys probably heard it, but I'm pretty sure you didn't. Come on. There we go. There you go. Can't hear a thing? Okay. That's good. We live at the cross section of 2 highways. So they're like state road highways, but like they're we also have like a rock factory like real close by, and it's 2:40 p.m. and there's a bunch of schools near me, so we get a lot of trucks and like thumping bass, you know, high school kids in their cars, and lots of school buses. She just decided to have all the foods today. I guess it's just that kind of a day. Works for me. So what'd you end up making, Josley? Or giving her? Your child cracks me up so much. You live on a main road too, Lisa? Yeah, so... See, a lot of people don't like that, but I really don't mind having car sounds, traffic sounds. I too have those days, especially if my blood sugar's low. Okay, you had to have heard that truck. That was so loud. Oh, and also my favorite part about where I live, not only do we have, well, that's good. I can't believe you didn't hear it. Um, is we also have like, so since we live at the cross section, um, one of the ways, it's like a Y. No thanks. Nope. Got me. Thank you, Jesley. So yeah, so we live at like a Y, and so one of the ways has to stop. So stop singing over me. It's confusing my brain when people sing over me. No, it's just ban. Exclamation mark ban. Yeah, so one of the ways has to stop. So we get all of the like jake braking. I don't know what you call it in the UK. It's where the trucks like stop by like turning off their engine and it goes. It's really loud. And then we get the vroom as they start going again, you know. So a lay-by, lay-by, possibly. If it's when they have to stop and the truck goes blah 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 blah, then yes, that's what it is. Need to re-wax my grabber. There's too much glue on it, but I want to stick these on before my glue dries. Why is it weird right here? There we go. Engine brake, yeah. Maybe it's a Midwest thing that we call jake braking. But you can't like put up one of those signs that's like no jake braking because they'll just do it. A cutout in the road where the drivers can pull in. Oh. No. Like an entrance ramp? We're literally like there's a road here, okay, and then there's a road here, so it's kind of like that, and then I live literally right here. So this highway merges into this one, but they have to stop here. Whereas this one just continuously goes. Hey Jedi, how are you? And then you can go this way, and you can go this way. But, yeah, junction, sure. See, now we use the term junction. I guess, yeah, I guess that's what it would be. It's just where, like, two of them meet up, but everybody has to stop right here, and my house is right here. So, like, we have, like, a blinking stoplight, like, basically in our front yard. So, they have to come this way, stop, and then vroom, go off that way. So that's, but whatever, I don't mind. How's your day been going today, Jedi? Eat anything delicious? Do anything exciting? Or do anything super not exciting? That would be cool too. Being chill is always good. You behave, Jim. It's truly outrageous. Hey, blue-eyed white boomer. How's it going, friend? Nothing fun? You got sick? That's no fun. I'm sorry, friend. You got the COVID or just the sick? Hopefully it's just the 6. Hopefully you just got a cold. Don't want our friends feeling like the worst with the COVIDs. You think the flu? That's better, I guess. Lots of fluids, lots of sleeping, lots of sitting on Twitch doing nothing, falling asleep to people. That's what I do whenever I'm sick. It's good to see you here, Blue-Eye White Boomer. Friendo, my silly friend. My BFF. Okay, I need to re-wax this. Where did my fire go? Fire. Where did I put my fire? Fire? Where did the fire go? Oh. I found my fire! Ooh, fire. It got misplaced because I was completely out of power yesterday for like 3 hours maybe? So I was getting very cold. Here, I'll regular cam while I melt my wax here. So every once in a while, so I have this, oh, here I'm like showing you, I just turned the camera off. So I have this like gem picker thing, and it comes with like a sticky rubber tip on it, but they become unsticky. So instead of buying a new one every couple of projects, I just dip it in wax. So, what took the power out? Weather took the power out? I think so, yeah. It was so windy yesterday. I'm glad, though, that, the weather was warm yesterday. Warm. It was like 63, I think, yesterday, which is, let me get this for my Celsius friends. It was 63. It was like 17 Celsius. So, come on, cool down. So, thankfully, it wasn't freezing. But it wasn't super warm, so I got a little cold. Okay, so then I just dip it in the wax that's melted and kind of form it into a little ball. Smells like fire. Oh, and see, sometimes I fail and I do that, and then I have to redo it. Keep on doing what you do, whether or not outside forces allow. That's what I try. I'm glad that, ow, let's not light our fingers on fire. That blew out way faster than I expected. Holy schmoly. Light my hand on fire here, guys. There we go. Alright, let's not do that again. Pretty sure lighting my hand on fire is against TOS. Thank you! I have a lot of them. I have lots. I have my cat. I have something, a mosquito. I'll just say that because nobody knows what it is. I have Invader Zim tattoos, and I have heart support and Kit Boga, and a moose, and a pineapple. I got lots. I hope that's enough. I don't think it is. Let's not light myself on fire again. Okay. Heart support tattoo team. Woot woot. There's quite a few of us now. Come on, this lighter stinks. Alright, that should be good. hopefully, because there's metal sticking out. So, what time is it? 2:50. Alrighty. Don't forget to use those channel points for funny things to happen, or fun things to happen, or interesting things to happen. Or hydration to happen. Or... Yep, that's it. Those are your choices for channel points. Or you can toss some bits down into my weird sound effects down below. I have some interesting ones. Should probably do this in frame, huh? You guys want to see what I'm doing, or just watch me? So I don't think, hold on one second. I don't think that, I'll be able to finish her today, obviously, but, over the next day or two. I just said over the next, and it triggered my Alexa. Oh, that time it worked. Usually when I say her actual name, it doesn't trigger her. Finish it, slacker. Hey, man. You finish it. You finish it. Come and say that to my face, why don't you? Also, I love the JK that you put on there, as if I didn't know you were just kidding. What? How dare you say something like that to me? So, anybody that's still over on heart support right now, is anything on fire? Are they... Has Casey lost his mind completely yet? What is happening here? What is happening here? Sorry, focus mode. I gotta get it closer to my old lady eyes here. There we go. Okay. Okay. Doing a workshop on how your environment impacts mental health. Oh. My environment is my house. The end. I'm not one of those typical, like, I don't like to go out places kind of people. But, like, yo, after buying a house and the world being scary, scary, horrible place, I'm good, man. I'll just stay here. I like it a lot better just hiding in my own house with my cats and my internet. Who doesn't sound like what? Congrats on buying a house. No, that was a while ago. Yeah, it was in March. Thank you. I never actually thought I would ever be a homeowner, just because I never really desired to. Because I was always that guy that was like, oh, well, if I rent and something breaks, I'll just make the landlord pay for it. Then I don't have to worry about it. And while I wish I could still do that, I learned, or I was taught, I guess, that doing, or having a house, I mean, you have to pay rent regardless. So it's either, I don't like going out. Is that what I said? That's how I always talk. Sorry, I get really distracted. And then I lose my train of thought. Oh, I bought a house. Yeah, you're gonna pay rent regardless of, um, you know, having a mortgage or paying rent. And my mom was telling me how if you buy a house, you're essentially keeping the money that you're paying for rent because you're putting it into your house that you will then eventually get back at some point if and when you sell, which I never really thought about. And I was like, well, okay, that makes sense. Um, I also never thought I would own a house because of my financial situation. I'm a millennial. I have worked retail my whole life. Um, I have very annoying limitations to my physical abilities, and I need it's hard for me to find like a job that can really just um, accommodate. So a lot of times I'm not working. Will you stop it? That time I said a lot of times, and Alexa thought I was talking to her. So a lot of times I can't work or I'm not working. Like right now, this is my only job, if you can call it a job. Um, just to make a little bit of income. And um, when my dad died and we got money to be able to buy a house, I didn't want to, you know, waste my dad's money essentially. Like, I wanted him to be proud. I wanted him, because he would be upset if I, used his money for something stupid or whittled it away at renting somewhere or whatever. So we bought a house. My dad was trying really, really hard um, to pay off the house that we were living in Arizona. I mean, we had been there like a year, and the house was already half paid off. So what I think he was doing was he was probably trying to pay off the house before he died, whether he knew that was a chance that was going to happen soon or just wanted to get done with it. We think he wanted to pay off the house so that we could live there when that happened, or if that happened. And unfortunately, it didn't, and it wasn't paid off in time, and it's also just way too expensive to live in Arizona, so we moved back. So your mom isn't wrong, but one thing people forget is the property taxes, but that's depending on where you are and some are really small, some are really huge. I don't know what our property tax is, but I think it's pretty normal or average. We don't live, um, we live outside of like a city. Uh, so we live in a different county, and I think basically it's like if you lived in that town, um, the houses, like the house that we ended up buying here, probably would have cost an extra 100,000. Um, so because we're out in the middle of nowhere, we I think we pay a little less, which is nice. Firstly, I'm certain your dad was already proud, but buying a house was, yeah, an awesome idea. Yeah, so, I mean, plus not having him here, there's parts of this house that are reminiscent of the Arizona house, and it reminds me of him. And I kind of joke that like Well, he paid for this house, so it's his house too, you know, so. Live in a high tax state? Yeah, you live up in the Northeast, mama. They don't call it Taxachusetts for nothing. I know you don't live in Massachusetts. Taxachusetts. Hold, please. These lines are not as straight as I would like them, but oh well, I guess. It's because her hair is like lumpy. Look, guys, she's getting there. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Wait, a good parent is always proud of their kids, yeah, except in extremes. Yeah, well, and then there are some that are proud in extremes, and it's not great. Stealing that joke, what, Taxachusetts? That's not a joke. I mean, that's just a fact. If a house ever goes up for sale in the area we decided to move to, we'll probably buy next year. Yay! The area you decide to move to is, like, the town I live in, right? Yep. Time to convince the family to move here. Move out to Busta land. We have besties all the time. We could be like, stay inside besties. I'm telling you, there's towns near me that would be perfect. It's in your price range, got lots of land, type of house you want. Get free babysitting. I don't change diapers though. So I won't babysit that one until, you know, they're like 3. But there's literally nothing. Yeah, I think that's everywhere. It's so weird. Like, I don't know why everybody just decided to snatch up all the houses. It's so weird. She won't babysit until they're 18. Literally, though. I'll just babysit myself. That's what I do anyways. Housing market is cooling off here. That's good, I guess. I'm still trying to find my place in the world. I definitely found it on Twitch, but in terms of real life, I think renting is okay for now and definitely not long term though. I just want to be sure because wherever I move to may not be forever house, but I will be in an area I'd like to be in for a long time. That's kind of exactly how I always was about renting, and that's actually kind of just how I am about here. Like, I don't know. I don't know or think I'll be in this house forever. You know, and it's not like a we'll be, you know, outgrowing it or anything, since we won't be having kids or anything, but you know, I might not want to live here forever. And honestly, I didn't even want to live here for the like 14 years that I did live here, and then I moved back. So, but now I kind of want to be here because I know better now. But yeah, I don't expect to live in this house forever. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll pay it off and we'll be able to add to it or something. I don't know. You never know. That's the fun thing about the future, is you have no idea what's gonna happen. Dang it! Don't move, you darn gem. I like when the glue is wet so you can like shift them like this, but I also hate it because then they shift when you don't want them to. When I first wanted to live, you mean move? It was impossible. Now it's affordable, but we don't want to live that far away anymore. Yeah. When we bought our house, it was all about location over what the house had for features. See, that's the opposite of us. We were like, wow, this house is amazing. And see, there were a lot of buy it cheap, pay money to fix it kind of houses. And we didn't want that because we would have rather paid more money to just have everything already updated than do it ourselves. So that's what we did. We found a house that had already been updated. So like technically my house is from like the 70s, I guess. But they pretty much, I think, took it down to the bones and just built a new house here. Because everything, it didn't have central air before. It's got brand new central air, brand new ducts. They added 2 rooms to it because it was like a weird like jigsaw puzzle shape, and now it's, square. And there were all new appliances, and so we were like, we'd rather pay more for a house that's already updated rather than update it ourselves and buying something cheap. So we ultimately ended up buying out of like city limits basically. So now we have to drive like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get anywhere, but the difference we're making in driving all the way to town and saving money on, like I said, this house that we're in now would have probably cost an extra $100,000 if we lived in town. So it's a toss-up of like, well, we have to drive more, but we're paying less for the house in general. So I love Hey Arnold. You want to talk about somebody with a cool house? Let's talk about Hey Arnold for a second. If it has water and electric, we could knock down a house and build one slowly if needed. Yeah, like the murder shed next door. Which, by the way, anyone following the lore of Busta is, we had a weird shed next door. It was all like distressed, and it was supposed to look like that, so like we called it the murder shed because it looked really creepy and run down. And I should probably put glue on here. So we wanted to buy the land and just add it. Don't go and bust a shed, yeah. So we wanted to just buy the land and just either use the murder shed or tear it down and put something else there, like a mother-in-law house or a streaming craft wood shop kind of area. But they wanted it was like an eighth of an acre, and they wanted like 3 times as much as it was worth. Like there was no way that we were going to pay that much, so we didn't. So they sold it to someone, and so we're sitting, in our house, and there's people out there at, the crack of dawn just bulldozing this place and bringing stuff and knocking stuff down. And so eventually we went over there and we're like, hey, what's up? What you doing? And they said they were building a coffee shop, a drive-through coffee shop, which is very strange. We live in a neighborhood at the corner of 2 highways. Not really a great place for a coffee shop, I would say, personally. What do I know? Apparently nothing. So we're just like, all right, whatever. I mean, we don't own the land, so you can do whatever you want, I guess. And, they're talking about, oh, yeah, we'll build a privacy fence. And I'm like, yay, I really want a fence, 3 feet from my office window right here. Because our house is pretty close to the property line on this side. So we're like thinking about it as they're like tearing it down, and like all this like construction is beeping and crashing and booming at 7 in the morning, and we're thinking about it, and we're like, ugh, I really don't want a coffee shop, a drive-through coffee shop next door. Like, that's gonna be cars at 6 in the morning, just in our yard, basically shining lights in our bedroom window practically. And like, it's gonna be loud. There's gonna be people that are gonna like walk past our house and stuff, and we're like, we moved out to the country to not be next to a coffee shop. So we're just like, oh well, I guess we outfitted our house with cameras, and we're preparing for having a fence built, and as of right now, they haven't done anything. It's just sitting there. Yeah, you used to work at a drive-through coffee shop, 4 a.m. to 7 or 8. It was nonstop. Exactly. Like I said, we live near a high school. We already have kids vrooming by in their stupid, loud trucks and their dumb race cars and stuff. And, yeah, it was not a cool idea. So, either now, since they haven't done anything, exactly, Mama Dian, that's what we're hoping. We're thinking, now, there's a big possibility that they could have just pulled down the shed to get everything ready to build in the spring, since it was like right at the end of summer, and it was like, window open time for me, because I like to sleep with the windows open, which I have now learned, nope, not anymore, not gonna be a thing, especially if there's a coffee shop next door. Because I had to, I'd wake up and I'd have to go slam the window because there's like trucks backing up and beeping, and trailers hauling off the trees they were cutting down, and chainsaws and all this. So it's been some kind of stall, and the people, I think, we don't even know what their names were. I think one of them said his name. I don't know. I don't know their names. So we don't have any like contact information, so we can't like ask them because we don't even know who they are. So we're hoping they just like ran out of money, or they were like, oh, there's this blinking stoplight here that's not gonna work at all with people pulling in and out on these roads without moving a stoplight or something. So now we're just using it as hopefully it just means that the murder shed got torn down so we don't have to look at it. The big eyesore's gone. And hopefully they ran out of money or something, or permits like you're saying, yeah. More than likely they stopped building because of winter, or they ran out of money because the economy, things are going to get crappier. Either is plausible. Yeah, exactly. So, I guess we won't know for sure until spring. But basically, they hadn't started building yet, which is good, because that was another worry of mine. I was like, so what's that going to do to my property taxes if we, or my value, my home value, if there's a business, a coffee shop, what is that going to plummet the value of my home? Because people aren't going to want to live next to a business like that. Or if they make it and then go out of business, and then there's just this derelict, building next door, that's going to look bad too. So They may have needed a zoning change too. Yeah. Which is a good thing because you can't just build anything anywhere, even in places like Texas, which Jesley knows all about. So, a lot of towns require site plans with how it affects traffic and other stuff. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they were like, what are you doing? You can't build this here. You silly, silly human beings. Why would you think you could build a coffee shop right here? And then they were like, no, can't do that. And now the people, we're hoping that the people will just be like, hey, you want to buy this land for like $10? And then we'll be like, yes. Yes, we do. Because even though we don't need more land, because we don't even actually know how far back our land goes, because it goes into a bunch of trees. We might go back there when it's, I mean, I guess now, since there's no leaves or anything. But however, if they were smart, they would have got permission before building. Yeah, well, luckily they haven't started building yet. They took the building that was there down already, and then they tore up the foundation that it was on. So that's where we're at with that. Yeah, so, okay, so the thing is I can't, it would make sense if, you know, we're like, oh, well, they obviously just went and figured out the land since they just sold it. So, the land next door is like a weird cutout. So, the lots here are very long. So, like, it's literally like either side of my house and then just straight back. And then the one next door is like just this weird cutout of, so there's my land, a weird cutout, and then this land behind there that's along with my backyard belongs to the people like around the corner. So there's like two houses like on the corner here that are like in a little cutout. So I know where the front of my property line is, which is why I knew they were going to put a big fence across this window here. But I don't even know how far back into the woods it goes back there. So maybe one day we'll go adventure back there, and when it's not all muddy and cold. Because there's like little like swamps in my backyard and stuff, like with frogs. I grew up outside of Chicago. We don't have frogs. We don't have animals that aren't, you know, just raccoons and the occasional cougar. But, like, we had to, when I was a kid, we had to drive, we had to make, like, a specific trip to, like, see chickens and cows. We had to drive out to a farm. And, so, hearing, like, frogs in a swamp pond in my backyard is basically the coolest thing ever. Only thing I really know about Chicago is crime and deep dish pizza. That's all you need to know. That's all it is. That's all we got. Nah, I lived in the suburbs though. I mean, I could see the city from, you know, on a clear day. I was less than 20 miles from downtown. It's a beautiful city. I love Chicago. But yeah, there are definitely parts that are not nice. And as we know, there are a lot of festivities that happen there with people that are not nice. But we do have deep dish pizza. And we do have really good hot dogs. Chicago hot dogs are a thing. Ferris Bueller, I think, was there. Yes, in the Frank Lloyd Wright house, I believe. Did that whole movie take place in Chicago? I've seen it once, and it was like 2 years ago. Sorry. But I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I got to watch it with my dad. Yeah, there's actually quite a few Frank Lloyd Wright houses. Yeah, no, that movie did not age well. You are right about that. Well, most things in the 80s and 90s did not age well. Except me. Because Most people still think I'm like a teenager. My brain is a teenager. I tried to go back and watch Arrested Development, I think. Is that the one with what's his name? The guy that hosts the Will Arnett. Is that I tried to go watch that. I think it's Arrested Development, the one with Will Arnett, right? Um yeah, I tried to watch that because I like Will Arnett. I like, some of the people in that, and I've heard good things. And since I'd never watched it, I oh, okay, good. I was touching some of the gems that were wet still. Um and I went back and I watched like the first episode, and like the whole like first episode is like being weirded out by like gay people, and I was like, okay, I'm really uncomfortable, and this is really not aging well. I was like, these making fun of like gay people is just not even like a funny joke. Like, it's just like pointless and silly. And like, I can see, having lived through that time, I could see why that would have been jokes in there, but like, it's just not, it doesn't age well. It's like, okay, this is dumb. Why is this, funny? So I didn't end up watching the show after the first episode, which was kind of a bummer because I wanted to find something that was cool to watch. But yeah, I was just like, oh no, oh, this is a product of its time, isn't it? Guys, look, she's so pretty. Wow, she's getting there. She's getting there. Can't even watch the old Muppet shows without there being on warnings. Really? They put warnings on them now? Yeesh. I mean, like, I get it, but also, like, yeesh. Suck Sparkle. Suck Sparkle. You're a suck Sparkle. Sparkles don't suck. Sparkles are awesome. They're so sparkly. I just got really hungry. Why? Who's got the soup? Mama Dean? They're on Disney Plus and they have warnings on some of them. Wow. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, I guess they'd rather warn people, I suppose. I don't know. Better than just taking them down. Even some SpongeBob's are down. Yeah, I mean, that show started in 1999. So, I mean, a lot of stuff has changed. Can you... Wait, so SpongeBob can almost rent a car. Oi! That's terrifying. And I think the worst part about that isn't that SpongeBob is old. It's that I was too old for SpongeBob when it started. Oh, no. Oh, no. So old. Guys, it's almost 2023. What the heck? Panty raids. What, like Bikini Bottom? Yeah, nobody ever notices that like Sandy Cheeks lives in Bikini Bottom. Yeah. But see, stuff like that, I don't think that they would ever change. Like on SpongeBob. It's interesting because there's so many things that I look at and I go, come on, why did they change that? Why did they have to do this? Like, it's fine. Don't think of it that way. Don't look at it like it's this or that. And then there's other things like where I'm like, oh no, why didn't they change that? Why didn't they delete this? Oh, they shouldn't be able to show this at all. So I guess that's just how, it's all discretionary, I guess. I grew up on Looney Tunes, as did I. I absolutely adored Looney Tunes. And I will frequently say things like, man, they sure don't make shows like they used to, like Looney Tunes, or, or I'll say things like, man, imagine if Looney Tunes, was shown to these Gen Alpha kids and they'd be like, what is this? And early 90s Nick was pretty unhinged, like just Ren and Stimpy, or see, I never liked Ren and Stimpy, and I really kind of wasn't supposed to watch it. I wasn't not allowed to watch it, but I mean, that gross out humor just, I don't know, never did it for me. And I was also a small girl. So, I mean, when Ren and Stimpy was on, was what, say like 92 or something. So I was 8, 7-ish. So, I mean, a 7-year-old little girl is not watching Ren and Stimpy. And if she was, then she was, like, going, ugh. Although I do like Powdered Toast Man, because he's funny. Because he flies backwards. And I know all the stuff. I know Log and No Sir, I Don't Like It, all that stuff. But I never liked that show. I went back and watched Rocko's Modern Life in recent years. And it's... ugh, how did I ever watch that show? Like, it's not funny. It's gross. It's very uncomfortable. See, Pinky and the Brain I liked. I didn't find too much inappropriate in that show. Honestly, Animaniacs was more the inappropriate show, and I had no idea that it was at that when I was a kid. Aside from the wolf whistling and the hello nurse, like that stuff I knew was kind of saucy, for a kids show, but I was also kind of a weird kid. I was like I say was, like I'm not currently a weird kid. Stretch. I was a Nick at Night kid. So I watched, I Dream of Jeannie, and I Love Lucy was my absolute favorite. I have Lucy tattooed on my leg. If anyone would like to see. Let me just knock my light into my wall. I have Lucy tattooed on my leg. Because I absolutely love that show. I watched the Munsters all the time. I watched, and I loved cartoons like Rugrats and, that kind of stuff too. But I was definitely like a Nick at Night kid. There were a few of us, like weird kids that were like, we like the older shows. Oh, hey, first guy to the stream. You can't even watch a Rugrats now without being like, oh yeah, that was the 90s. Yeah, for sure. Tally's brother came home with a Mr. Hanky t-shirt. Is this an older brother or a younger brother? Because that will, if it's a younger brother, then holy moly. Older? Okay, well, much older or a little bit older? Because definitely a little older. Okay, so still probably a little pushing it for the South Park stuff. Yeah. Okay, random fact about Angry Beavers. Did you know that the clocks on the walls in Angry Beavers actually move in time with the show? So like a half hour in the show, the clocks will move a half hour. It's like one of the only shows to ever do that. Like, I don't even think live action shows do it. Oh no! Oh, the yachts are starting! Guys. Love them or hate them, South Park really kept up with the whole stick, their whole shtick, regardless of everything. And to me, that's respectable, but definitely not anything kids related. I agree with you, Boomer. I agree there. You know, and sometimes, you know, I've watched South Park now later, you know, not being a 10-year-old little girl. And you know, some of it's funny. You just started showing your kid PB&J Otter. I was a little too old for that, but I've seen it and it's really cute. You've never seen South Park or The Simpsons? What? Have you ever watched Futurama? Please tell me you've watched Futurama. Chesley? Best friend. Please tell me you've watched Futurama. You better. I see a yeah. Does that mean yeah, Futurama? I like the kid on South Park that has diabetes, cause I have diabetes and I actually only learned about him recently. So my husband's quite a bit older. I mean, not quite a bit. I mean, he's like 7 years older, ish, 6.5. So he was the perfect age for, you know, South Park when it was, yeah, I'm Tom Melkison and I got diabetes. Yeah, literally me though. But yeah, so Pete was like just, he was that perfect age, you know, he was an older teenager boy. Perfect age for South Park when it was like in its prime. And so, you know, he watched it and but yeah, there are things about South Park that I enjoy. I've never like just watched it though. Like at one point in time I watched The Simpsons every day. When I was like 20, it was like literally part of my routine, which I don't know why. I've never been a huge Simpsons fan. I don't dislike it. I hate Family Guy. I hate Family Guy. You want to talk about a cartoon that I hate? We'll talk about Family Guy. The only thing that Family Guy has that redeems it is when it's funny, which is rarely. When it's funny, it's really funny. I like when Stewie acts like a baby. I like when Brian acts like a dog. Like the episode where both Stewie and Brian are in the bathroom. Okay, bye, Mom and Dean. I care about you. Have a good rest of your day, friend. I like when Stewie and Brian go flush the toilet and they run away because they're a baby and a dog who get scared of the loud toilet. I like when Brian barks at the you know, mailman and the other dogs in the cars and the vacuum cleaner and stuff. That's funny. So when it's funny, it's funny. But I cannot understand why Family Guy is just so popular and why people think that a big dorky fat man grabbing his knee and going ow ow is funny. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It should have died long ago. Yes. Bob's Burgers I've never watched. The Simpsons, I like The Simpsons enough. I had seen it throughout the years randomly. You know, obviously, like, the NSYNC episode is, like, the best episode there is, but, you know. Oh, ho, 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 it's him, Santa Mariah. You still alive, friend? You still got hands? Has Kevin tried to kill you yet? Again? After petting him with a broomstick, you weirdo. Oh, good grief. Is it lunchtime, Samo? You still got like 350 more pets. Are you actually keeping track? I know you were before, but that dog probably hates you. For those of you who don't know, over on the Heart Support channel, they are fundraising for Givemas, and Ham Samurai here is dressed like Santa Claus, and for every $1 that is donated, Kevin the wiener dog gets a pet, and Ham Samurai is the one that has to do all of the petting. So this poor man has been dressed in a Santa suit for the last 3 days and just stroking this dachshund in a sweater. You're working out an agreement on where and when I can pet him. That's good. So earlier he got a sloth toy and he was chewing on it, and people were insisting that Sam here still pet him, and Doggo was not having it because he thought his new toy was going to get taken. And rightfully so, because then Casey took it away, so good job. But Ham Samurai put his Santa glove on the end of a broom because the dog was growling, and started petting him with the hand on the broom, and it's a lot. And I'm sure there are people that are in here that are like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm scared and want my mommy. And the thing is I know what I'm talking about, and I'm scared, and I want my mommy, so we're even. We'll be back in there in a little bit, Sam. I'll come right in, and everybody can pop back in there and cry at whatever horrible, weird things happen later today. Not to promo or anything, but I'm really shocked at how big Heart Support is. Yeah, big support from top creators. That's how I found them, was from Kit, you know, and it's only getting bigger with this fundraiser. I say we because I'm a mod on their channel, and I'm pretty involved with everything. So, the money that is being raised right now is being used to make a tool that is going to essentially make Heart Support like peer support. Yes, I know I'm the best mod there. Make it, you know, peer support help available all over the internet, and it's going to be incredible, and I can't wait. And we're going to have a whole bunch of new people that can be loved, you know, and know they're loved, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and then Heart Support will take over the world. And then everybody, yeah, please do. Everybody will feel better about mental health. I wish that were true. Yes, anybody, if you have any extra, even $1, it will go towards supporting people who do good in this world and helping people that need it most. And I truly mean that. Every penny counts, but I know that's going away next year. What? They're getting rid of pennies finally? For real? Is that actually a thing, Boomer? Or are you just getting excited or hopeful? They really... oh my gosh. Now, if only they just changed the darn dollar bill. God, I don't know why they won't just change the dang dollar bill to match the rest of our money. The rest of our money is so cool, right? But No, the singles or ones, whatever you call them. I'm from Chicago. We call them singles. They just look so old and stupid. Like, imagine coming here and looking at our money and being like, what in the heck is this thing? This doesn't match. Pennies and chime change all in the same year. Wow. I'll believe it when I see it. It's not that I don't believe you. No, I mean, I just think that our money looks really cool. And then the $1 bills look stupid. So why don't they just update them to look as the design, to look like all the rest of them? Could you imagine going to a country and all of their money is like cohesive and looks the same, and then just one of them just looks completely different? Like, that would be weird. You'd be like, what the heck is this? And it's not like they, oh, well, we don't make them anymore. We don't make $1 bills because there's so many in circulation. Well, they do, because there's ones that say 2017 on them, and it's been maybe it's been forever since I've had cash, but to me they're all the same until you get really high up in the 50s and 100s. No, they all look like that now, except for the $1 bills. So even the $5 bills, they're like purple, and they, like, I mean, they're still like that money green, but they're like purpley, and they've got the big giant number on the back, and like the big bills, and then the 10s are kind of orangey, and the 20s are greenish, bluish, and yeah, then the 50s and 100s are big like that, and then just the $1 bills are just like, oh yeah, we look like we're ancient and don't match anything. The tints, yeah, they're tinted, yeah. But I just wish they would just make the dang dollar bills have the big picture, the big face on it, and the big number on the back, and just make it neon green or something, to match the rest of the money. I just think it looks so funny that it's weird and not matching. No, too much glue. Stop moving. Okay, that one has just got way too much glue on it. Blech. Scoot this one over here. Oh, I just got glue all over my wax, and now it's all messed up again. Uncle Papa's looking nice. Thanks, friend. This part's getting a little frustrating, but it's not bad. Look at her. Wow. Oh, she's gonna be so pretty. I'm so excited about this one. I'm not even like a huge Alice fan. Like, I don't dislike it, but look how pretty. And the little like sparkly skin is really nice. Excited. You've never seen it? Really? It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's kind of crazy, the story. The Disney movie's nice. It's kind of crazy. It's definitely from the 60s. There were definitely some Disney executives that were I don't know what they were doing. Crazy stuff. It's pretty trippy, but it's nice. I like it. But I thought this one would look nice as gems. I think the Queen of Hearts is gonna look really cool too when I get her going. Gotta actually do stuff. Bye, Sam. Bye. I'll see you in a little bit. Sort of. I'll internet see you. Yeah. It's definitely not as bad as Song of the South. That's for sure. That is for sure. And it's not nearly as outdated as Song of the South. Alice in Wonderland is more like Alice has an acid trip. Even though she's a little girl. That's what it is. That's what they should have named it. Santa getting back to the dog pets. Santa. Yeah, basically, Alice, she shrinks, she grows, she hangs out with playing cards, she has a tea party with a crazy person, or crazy people, I guess. She meets a caterpillar that smokes a hookah. Miss Rose is here! Hooray! Hi, Miss Rose. Oh, Alice sees a cat that disappears. She plays golf with or not golf, croquet with a flamingo. It's a lot. Oh, she talks to flowers. What else does she do? She eats things that make her grow and drinks things that make her shrink, and she wears a house as clothes. It's a lot. I do really like the one with Johnny Depp in it. I was gonna say from Umbra, but that only makes sense if you've seen the movie. Boob! Hey, Boob. How's it going, Boob? I'm gonna call you Boob now. I could call you Boomy. Boomy, boomy, boomy. Did we establish if you're an actual boomer or just you say you're a boomer? I don't recall. I remember I asked you if you were a kangaroo. Because of white boomer. Because of that Christmas song that my husband likes to play. Because he's Australian. 6 white boomers, snow white boomers, something, something, something on the something Santa, something Australian sun or something. I don't know the words. Technology makes me feel like a boomer, yes. Well, that's because you have cruddy technology like your terrible telephone. Your terrible telephone is the reason why you hate technology. Slang makes me feel extra boomer. See, I try to stay up on the slang. I also live in Nowhereville, though. I don't hardly have any phone service here. That's why yesterday was so fun when I had no power, no heat, no internet. Courage the Cowardly Dog. My slang still includes right on. The murder shed that was next door looked just like Courage's house, so yes, possibly. I still say cool beans. So. And then another thing that I know Jesley also says is IDK my BFF Jill. Miss Rosie still say bitchin'. Gag me with a spoon. It's bitchin'. Apply directly to, oh my god, head on. Apply to What? Somebody just donated $5,000? Stop. Was it anonymous or was it just somebody? Holy moly. That's insane. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and see the... I bet you it was dollars. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I'm sure they probably all just exploded. Also, good job all having the same color name, guys. all of you. Just Lisa's a little bit different. It's really fun trying to read your names and they're all the same color. Never mind. Was it 5,000 bits? That's still a lot. Was it 5,000 cents? $50 is $50, yeah, for real. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna wrap up with this, and then we can just hang out and chat for a while she dries. I think we should be able to get this done tomorrow, or come very close to it. So, we looking good here? No dono? Aw, Sag. Well, you know what that means, Rosie. Misty Rosie. That just means you gotta donate $5,000 to make up for it. Make Sam's hand fall off. Get that doggo pet. Yeah, just get Mr. Beast in here. Dude, Mr. Beast could just drop $5,000 like it's nothing. Must be nice. Can't relate. I just realized my mic was like unrolling. Or unrolling. Unscrewing. Guys, somebody use your channel points. I want to do something funny or interesting. Let me put a sound effect on my random facts thing too. Love him or hate him, Mr. Pieces. Mr. Pieces. Mr. Beast is a genius. Content that he made. Oh yeah, he's making a lot of money too. Random fact. Jedi. Pick a color. Blue 1, yellow 1, pink, purple, blue 2, or yellow 2. Pink? Okay, now pick a number between 1 and 90. $86. Let's find it. 86. 86. Alrighty. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, true or false? Famous children's book, Green Eggs and Ham, contains just 50 different words. True or false? It is true. Dr. Seuss made a bet with a colleague that he could write a successful book using just 50 words, and he won. And we're still reading it today. Cool. I did not know that. That's really interesting. This book is so cool. It's gonna take forever to get through these. For what it's worth, please don't eat green eggs. I don't eat eggs anyways, so. Did you say raid soon? He's leaving in like 10 minutes? You read one of those books and you spend the whole rest of your day speaking in rhyme. My favorite Dr. Seuss book is Help on Pop, personally. Even if I'm not very good at rhyming. Alrighty, friends. I'm going to toss us on over to my BFF Danjo over at Heart Support. That was the wrong... Oh, hi, Dr. Hogarth. Yeah, we're heading over to go see Danjo. Everybody use the raid calls. Copy paste. Everybody. You guys all know Danjo, don't you? Alrighty, guys. I will see you tomorrow for some more Alice. Have a great rest of your day. Love you guys. Be safe. Have fun. See you later.
Super cool. Highly recommend for kiddos. I'm doing well.